everybody, welcome back. My name is Ashley for those of you that don't know me, and this channel is all about plants, and today is my first official houseplant tour. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I actually grew up in St. Martin in the Caribbean. I moved here in 7th grade, so I've been here almost like over 20 years now. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. And it's funny how they say the things that you're passionate about and interested in when you're younger actually don't go away. You just become distracted with everyday life. I find that the older I'm getting, the more I'm being drawn back into those things that I was really interested in and passionate about when I was younger. And I don't know if it was a Caribbean thing, but growing up, I always felt like really connected with nature and wildlife and all that kind of stuff. So about a year and a half ago, I was going through a stressful time and I found myself watching YouTube videos on tropical plants and houseplants, that kind of thing, to relax. It kind of like just reignited my passion and my interest, and it reminded me of all the things that I was interested in when I was younger, you know, tropical houseplants, that kind of stuff. And then it became not just watching the videos, but I started going to our local nurseries and doing some plant shopping. And I discovered that Charlotte has really, really great nurseries. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll just go out and film some plant shopping videos, but I didn't really think my channel would turn into anything. And here we are 8 months later. I've made so many amazing plant friends thanks to you all. Obviously, I've collected a few plants along the way, so I'm really excited about this video. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, I've been a little bit nervous about doing a houseplant tour because I haven't been collecting for that long. So today you're going to see a mix of easy care houseplants, easy to find common houseplants, as well as some more uncommon plants. And this video has been very requested by you all, so I hope you enjoy it. If you'd like to see more houseplant videos as well as this one, please hit subscribe and like for future videos like these. I also do have an Instagram account, my plant account, so look me up on there. I always love to make new plant friends. Let's get started on the tour. So I'm in my living room and I have most of my plants sectioned off in two parts of my house. Most of them are condensed in this area and then also upstairs in my plant room, or lady lair as my husband calls it. This is a southeast facing window, so it gets really like good morning light. My family calls this plant alley down here. I just think that's so funny. The first one I'm going to start off with is this Adansonii. I call him Pope because my husband named it Pope Francis because he's holy. But I got this plant when he was so little. I ordered him from Logis and he's just been so happy since I put him in some homemade soil, aroid soil, and put in this moss pole. My plan with him is just to like keep adding to the pole and then just let him like get super, super, super tall. He's really, really happy in this. He's a wide leaf form, and I just love how big his fenestrations are. I think why he has such awesome fenestrations is due to the fact that he gets, you know, a good bit of light, and then he always has, you know, he's always pumping out new leaves. So I absolutely love this guy. So this is my Hoya Krinkle, and I've been pronouncing it Kurtzii. I think Kurtzii is cute, but that is not the correct pronunciation. And I'm not a plant expert. I'm just a hobby plant person, so I do incorrect pronunciations all the time. But yeah, I love this plant. It was a wish list plant, and I found it at Lowe's for $10 the other day. And I was so, so happy. It was a little bit overwatered, but it seems to be doing okay now. And I ordered this macrame hanger from Amazon. It came 2 in a pack for $20. So a lot of the stuff that I order for my plants, accessories, that kind of thing, I order from Amazon. So I'll be including links to everything in my description below for you guys if you're interested. And I also ordered this pot from Amazon. It's a plastic pot and I use it as a cache pot, so I just put the nursery one in there. And I really like this macrame hanger because it fits like any pot size. Like I use it for like 10-inch pots, small size pots. Like, I just love this thing. So down here I have a prayer plant Maranta, and it's the red one. I ordered it from Logis, and it was one of the first plants that I ordered, and it got delivered in the mailbox and I didn't realize it, and it cooked in there. It's like doing so much better now. So yeah, it's a really happy plant. It's put out like a ton of growth, and it likes this spot. Over here I have an African violet. The reason why I'm giving it a little bit of extra light is that it's a variegated African violet, because I found with variegated plants, if you give it enough light, it'll turn really variegated. So I'm just testing it out here to see how it does, and if it's unhappy, then I'll move it, but it seems to be doing all right. This beautiful plant is my Begonia Maculata Wightii. I found this one at Home Depot, I think, for $20. It's part of the trending tropicals. It's so beautiful. She has such gorgeous polka dots and then the red underneath. I know it's a big time favorite for a lot of people that love it, and it has a little bit of crisping, but for the most part she's doing all right. So a lot of that crispiness is because I let it go too long without watering. But most of my plants, the way I do it is I let them dry out and then I give them water. And I try to bottom water as much as possible because I've been dealing with a fungus gnat problem, but it's doing like so much better now. I've been treating it with mosquito bits and water and neem oil, bottom watering, and that's been helping out a lot. So this is my Mandula Pothos that I found at Lowe's. I've had to cut it way back because it had some sort of like fungus or bacteria on the leaves, but I cut it back and treated it with neem oil, and it's starting to put out some new growth and it's doing a lot better. And I just love pothos because they're so easy going. So yeah, we'll see how this baby does. This is a caladium that I got, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this caladium. Look how beautiful that leaf is. It was doing something really weird too, where it was putting out like pure white leaves and then some green leaves, but this is the newest leaf that it's put out and it's like a normal leaf. So hopefully it figured out whatever all that stuff was. Here is my chocolate anthurium, or black beauty anthurium. I absolutely love this plant, and I, kind of stumbled across it in one of my plant shopping videos, and I ended up going back to get it at Lowe's because I absolutely love it. It's just unique and it's kind of different, and I don't know anyone else that owns one of these, but I just loved it and it spoke to me. I actually ordered this little display shelf things for my plants from Amazon. And I love it because it just made it feel way more organized instead of all my plants like sitting on the ground together, and it helps them get enough light. This is actually a variegated ZZ that I found at a store. They only sold regular ZZs, but I found this variegated one there, and it was only $6.99. It's probably my best find ever. And as you can see, it's definitely a variegated ZZ. ZZs, as everybody knows, are just incredible. They're such easygoing plants, and I'm giving this one some good light in the hopes that it'll really promote the variegation on there. My little $6.99 variegated ZZ. So happy. This is a really cute little cactus that I have, and it puts out blooms for me all the time. Like, look how tiny it is, and it's so cute. And I don't have to do anything with it, and it's all the time putting out these like beautiful little yellow blooms. And I got this little like turtle pot somewhere, I don't know where, and I just think that looks like super cute. This is a variegated string of pearls, and I've had it for a while, and if anything, it's like dropping off stuff. I just don't know what to do for it. It's not dead, but it's not thriving. And I love it. Like, I'd love for it to be a nice big string of pearls, but I don't know. I would love to be better friends with it, and I try to give it love, but it doesn't love me back right now. Back here I have a larger size ZZ. I thought it was another variegated one, but I think that this is due to some sort of like deficiency or damage or something. I'm not sure. And I have it here just in case it needs a little extra light to put out more variegation, but it's beautiful. I absolutely love ZZs, and I think it looks cool back there, like gives it kind of a jungly feel. This beautiful plant is my Looking Glass Begonia. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I hope the camera does it justice because it's so shiny and shimmery, and it just catches my eye every time I come in the room. It's like the first thing I notice, and it's really easy to care for. I have to say, I just let it dry out and then I bottom water it. It's putting out a ton of new growth. Here's another caladium, absolutely beautiful. I love these. I'll be sad when they go dormant this winter. It's worth it for the months that we do get them. Like, look how pretty that is. Here we have a Scindapsus pictus exotica. I love this plant, and I love its large size leaves. Absolutely gorgeous, easy care. I'm all about it. There's an Alocasia poly that I'm not sure what happened to it, but a lot of its leaves died off, so I trimmed it all back. And it kind of went dormant, but I'm so happy to see, I mean, we're towards the end of summer, but it's finally putting out a new leaf. And there's something so rewarding about almost killing a plant and then seeing it putting out new growth. And this looks like a huge leaf, so I cannot wait to see how that looks. So down here I have a Syngonium, like maybe a neon pink Syngonium, and it is so pretty and so pink. It was kind of like an impulse buy at one of my plant shopping excursions, and I'm really glad I got it. I thought the pink would go away on it, but it's staying put, so I'm really happy with that. A crispy spot, but overall it's doing pretty well. This is my Calathea Medallion. I'm obsessed with this plant. Now, Calatheas are better off if you don't let them go too dry in between waterings, and that's I'd say my Achilles heel is I tend to let my plants dry out a little too much sometimes. And I've really tried, but a couple of times I have not watered it quite in time. It's gone pretty droopy. And as far as Calatheas go, this one has done okay with that, as opposed to some other Calatheas that I own. He gets kind of filtered light on and off throughout the day. I have him off to the side so he doesn't get too much light. Here is a Scindapsus pictus that I got. It's a Silvery Anne, and it's a really easygoing plant, like a Pothos kind of. It's happy here. It just chills, and at first I had it in a low light situation, but I decided to give it a little bit more light. I really like it when it has a lot of silver on the leaves, and in order to get that look, it needs, some sunlight. I highly recommend any kind of Scindapsus. They're beautiful, easy care plants. So this is one of my paper spine cactus. I love these types of cactus. They're so cool and like wild looking, and this one is putting out some new growth. I got this one from Pike's Nursery. And this little pot guy, I'm obsessed with him, but isn't he cute? I call him Alfredo. This is my Peperomia Hope that I got from Pike's. I think, yeah, Pike's not long ago. I don't want it to get like leggy and tall, so what I've been doing is just like pinching off the tops, because I actually kind of like it this size. Yeah, it's doing great, really easy care plant. I love how the leaves are so thick and succulent. So this is my Pink Lady Peperomia. So when I got this plant, it was all the leaves were this color. It was so tiny. It was like 5 leaves. I just put it in the window, and look at all the new growth and how pink all the new growth became. So this is a beautiful, beautiful Peperomia. I think I'm about to repot it so that it can get even bigger. But yeah, this one's one of my all-time favorites. Over here, I have like a little assortment of some lithops, and I think that's a little astrophytum over there, maybe a little succulent. Here we have a Peperomia. I killed this the other day, and I've had it for so long. I got it at the same time that I got my Pink Lady, and it looked like that, and I guess I overwatered it. I'm really disappointed. I usually am pretty good about not overwatering my plants. He has some new growth, so hopefully he can make a comeback. Peperomias grow pretty fast. This is my Hoya Macrophylla. When I first got it, it had a hard time adjusting, and then all of a sudden it just started pumping out new growth, and it's so beautiful. I love this Hoya. It's really easy care. It doesn't like being super dried out for too long, so I try to, like, as soon as it goes dry, I give it some water. And I like it in this little owl pot that I got from Dollar General for $3, and I kind of feel like it looks like wings a little bit. So this is my Chinese perfume plant. I brought it over here so I could show you guys. It's really cute. It's just like this little tree, and it has little yellow blooms on it that smell like perfume. This is my Hoya pubicalix. Has to be one of the easiest Hoyas ever. It doesn't care what I do, it's happy, and it just pumps out new growth, new vines. Like, look at all of this stuff that it's doing. And I'm perfectly happy to like let it trail up and do its wild thing. I'm hoping some of these Hoyas will eventually, bloom for me. I love this Hoya. So I do have a few plants over here on my fireplace. Now this is a pretty low light area, so all these plants are fine in low light. This is a Heartleaf lemon lime philodendron, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a neon pothos, and that it has that like lime green. I'm obsessed with this lemon lime philodendron. I love it. And then I have this Samurai Sanseveria that I love. Such a cutie. I think I got him from like Lowe's for 10 bucks or something. I love having this variegated whale fin here. I just think it's so cool and really stands out. Just its one leaf, on the fireplace. It's beautiful. Then over here is Gramps, one of my oldest plants. Golden pothos. He was really, really miserable for a while. I'm not sure what happened, but repotted him, gave him some nutrients, and he's like starting to come back to life. So I'm happy to see that. So this is another Hoya that I found at Lowe's the other day when I found my Curtisii. It was labeled Bilobata, but I've seen other people say that it's this other type of Hoya. The leaves are so velvety. It's doing really well. I love how it's trailing, and it seems pretty happy in this spot. I mean, we're still just getting to know each other. Just love the way that the leaves look and feel. I found them for $10 at Lowe's. I mean, it was such an incredible find, and again, like, I just love the macrame hanger that he's in, and yeah, really, really happy, beautiful plant. Over here on my coffee table, I have my Pilea Peperomioides. I've had this plant for a long time. It's really, really happy. It had started to go yellow, so I repotted it in this larger size pot. And since I did that, it just like shot up and all of its leaves have been pointing straight up. Like so happy, so healthy, and now some of the leaves are kind of like dropping down again. But yeah, this is a really easy care plant. I don't have to do anything with it. And this isn't like a highlight area and it seems to do just fine. So I love this plant. So over here I have a Hoya Krinkle, just a one leaf. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about this because it just stays the single leaf. But this was one of the first plants that I ordered when I started getting into houseplants, and it has done great. Like, I actually think it's really cute with the one leaf. I've had it a year and a half and it's doing great. This is my Fittonia. I have to say this guy is one of my absolute favorites. When I first got him, I wasn't sure. He's totally easygoing, low light, high light, good with whatever, until I don't give him enough water, and then he does the Fittonia flop, all dramatic. And then once I give him water, it's like an hour later, he's back at it. He's just a happy little guy. Over here is another African violet that I have, and I've had it for a long time and I love it. I wish it had its blooms out for you guys because it blooms for me all the time. Just beautiful purple blooms that I'm obsessed with. I really, really like African violets. So over here is one of my oldest plants. Her name is Grams. It's a money tree that I've had forever. She's doing great. She's actually like putting out a bunch of new growth right now, as you can see. Love money trees. They're really easy. They're pet friendly. And Grams is doing awesome. Over here we have Morticia. She is my Raven ZZ. This is in our like dining room area. Like basically no light over here. Look at all the new growth she's putting out. And I found her at Lowe's as part of the trending tropical collections for $20, and it came with the pot and everything. But yeah, Morticia's happy. Like, she doesn't need much. I gave her a little water the other day and she's happy as can be. So this beautiful Monstera Deliciosa is pretty new to my collection. I found her on one of my recent plant shopping videos when I did a road trip to Raleigh, Durham, and she's so beautiful. So I think I got her for like $64 or something. And then I got this little basket from Malone's Nursery for I think like $4. We're still getting to know each other. I'm surprised how easy care she is. She hasn't needed anything. I feel like, do you want more water? Do you want more sunlight? Are you happy? What do you want? And she's just like, it's all right, Ashley. I'm just chilling. I'm happy as can be. So I'm surprised how easy care this plant has turned out to be. I just love all the aerial roots, and you know, this one's actually become a family favorite. Like, everyone just loves this plant. She's so cool and beautiful, and it's like having a little bit of tropical jungle over here in this little corner. Just continuing with some more low light houseplants, we have like a little bar area in our house. This is a Philodendron Micans, and I love this plant so much. I had it in a spot that was a little bit farther away from the window than this, and it just was putting out like really, really baby leaves, as you can see, and I moved it over here closer to the window, and it's so happy with that. Such beautiful velvety leaves. I love the color. I love the shape of these. Gorgeous plant. So in one of my videos, I actually made a little terrarium, which I had not done before, and it turned out really great. And a little update, the plants are just thriving in here. I did an asparagus fern or plumosa and a heartleaf fern in there, and an aluminum plant and a little begonia. And I really don't do anything. I like spray some water in here with a squirt bottle every once in a while. And I ordered this little like hedgehog mushroom thing from Amazon, but this little terrarium's doing awesome. And it's a Ferris land terrarium, and they were nice enough to send this to me, and so I did a little video on like how to properly create a terrarium. But I love this thing, and it's really, really cool. Here I have a string of pearls, and kind of like my other string of pearls, it's not doing that great. I think I was underwatering it, so I've started watering it a little bit more, and since doing that, I have noticed that it is like putting out some nice new growth. So I have high hopes for this one, a lot more so than my variegated string of pearls. It came with this gorgeous concrete planter, and it's just so cute, chilling there. This is my Medusa head air plant, and I give it a bath once every couple weeks. I just soak it in water, and it recently just put this out. So I don't know if that's a bloom, or I think it's a bloom, or if it's like new stems or what's going on. But yeah, this is such a cool air plant, and it's starting to go a bit curly, And it's so happy just chilling in this little shot glass. Underneath that, I have this Hoya Carnosa compacta. And I have a few of these just because I love them so much. I found this one for a really good deal, like $11 or something. Over here on our piano, I have like a little Domino Cactus. And it's been here a long time. Really cute. I recently found this Pixie Syngonium, and it's just like a regular Syngonium except that the leaves are super, super cute and just so tiny. And I'm trying it out over here on the piano. This is a really low light area, and I'm gonna see how it does. And if it starts to get like really leggy and stuff, which I anticipate it will, I'll move it to a different spot. But I just really liked it. I don't have a ton of plants in my bedroom, just a few, because most of my plants up here are actually in my plant room. This is a watermelon peperomia that I'm kind of rehabbing right now. I think it had scale or bacteria, fungus, or something funky going on. I cut off a lot of its leaves, trimmed it, or treated it with neem, and then I think it needs a little bit more treatment, as you can see. But I love this watermelon peperomia so much because it's variegated, and I just think watermelon peperomias are so cute, how they look like watermelons. So I'm working on this one, but it's kind of off here by itself, except for this one plant, which is my Pilea friendship plant. What I need to do is start like taking some of these off and putting them in here to like thicken it up a little bit. Yeah, it's a cool plant. It's really, really easy. So over here I have these two little shelves hung up. This is a southeast window. This is an Alocasia Maharani that I am just obsessed with. I have another one as well. It's actually been really, really happy here. It put out another leaf. I love the detail of them, and it's one of those plants that I always love to look at, and it doesn't give me any drama. It's low maintenance. I like Alocasia a lot. I know they can be fussy, but it doesn't mean that I don't like love them to pieces, and this one's been, you know, surprisingly easy care. A lot of my plants are aroids, so I have them in my aroid mixture, which I actually did a video on that. So if you're curious what kind of soil I use for a lot of my plants, you know, you can check out my potting, my aroid potting video. I also have this like string of hearts, and it's just the one little trail, but I think it's really cute. I have this Cebu blue cutting that I ordered, like it's put out new growth, like these are new leaves. So it's happy. I love this Cebu blue. I know people seem to find them at Walmart, but I've never seen one before besides this, and they're just so beautiful. I love a big full plant of this. Here I have a Syngonium. I believe this is Berry Illusion. Super easy care, happy in low light, happy in high light. Syngoniums are always a good choice. So these three begonias are in my windowsill. Again, this is a southeast facing window. And basically the way that I've treated these is I just kind of let them dry out until they go a little bit droopy, and then I water them. And it's going like okay with these guys, but this one just loves that type of treatment. Like I love this plant so much. It's always given me so much love, and I can't seem to do wrong by it. Love how these Rex begonias have these like vivid purple leaves, and then this one is beautiful as well. Over here I have my Philodendron Birkin. It took me a long time to come around to buying this plant because I thought it was overrated, but I found it for $11 and obviously immediately purchased it. And you know what? I'm so glad I did. It's turned into one of my favorite plants. It seems to be happy with whatever, like, you know, a lot of the philodendrons I have are. And then one of my friends gave me this adorable planter that I put in, and it's like it holds your glasses and you can write on it, and it's such a cool little planter, so I keep my glasses on there. So this little section is the last of my plants in my bedroom. This is a Hoya Wightii, and I got it on my recent road trip to Raleigh, Durham, and it's so cute. I love it. And this is a variegated Hoya that I ordered online, and it's kind of like, I have stopped buying plants online because a lot of the plants I purchased online ended up having pests and issues, but I really wanted a variegated Hoya, so in about 50 years it will turn into a plant, but for now it's just this little guy. This is a Krinkle 8, a Hoya Krinkle 8, because it has all the little like crinkles in its leaves, and it's so cute. I love it. This is my what the heck is this thing called again? Oh, a Cob Cactus. I just think it's so neat, and it puts out a bunch of babies too. This is my bunny ear cactus, and I got this one specifically because it looks like a bunny with the nose and the ears there. And then this is another cactus that I got, and this one doesn't have spines, it just has the spines are polka dots, so I just thought that was really cute. And I ordered these little white terracotta pots on Amazon as well. So this is my plant room where I have, you know, most of my plants in here besides downstairs. It was a spare room where we just kept like storage stuff, and I do my work in here and watch TV, and now it's really turned into my little like therapy space, and my plants absolutely love this room. This is a northeast facing window. It gets like nice afternoon light, and it's like perfect for them. It turns into like a little greenhouse in here, and my plants I find that are in here are thriving. Claire Bear, can we join you in here, honey? Would you like to tell everybody that that's your favorite spot in the whole wide world? And you don't like to move from there? Anytime I can't find her, this is where she is. She just loves it. She supervises her cactus friends. Yeah. Begonia Maculata Wightii I ordered from Logi's, and it did not like the spot I originally had it in. Like, look how sunburned it got, guys. And I moved it around, and it's doing so much better now. Like, it's put out a lot of new growth, and it's much happier. But I would say do not let these get too much direct sunlight, because it burnt this one to a crisp. But it's doing like so much better now. And it's pretty far away from the window, as you can see, and it's doing really well. This is my Monstera Peru. That is one of my favorite plants. It's so easy care. It doesn't need anything. Quick story time on this plant, and my Wightii that I just got. In my last video, I found those 3 plants for 50% off, and they're all wishlist plants, rare, uncommon, and I was so excited. And even though I got them for 50% off, like, they were still pretty expensive. So I bring them home, and the first thing I do with these plants is I treat them. I spray them down with water, and I treat them with a lot of neem oil to kill any pests or eggs or anything that's going on with them. And so I'm spraying them with my neem oil, and I'm like, ooh, this neem oil like smells way better than I remember. Sprayed it in the soil, sprayed it all over the plants. I noticed that it was frothing. So I look at the bottle, and I had picked up carpet cleaner, very strong carpet cleaner, because I have pets. And I had sprayed it all in my brand new rare plants. I had a heart attack. What do? I mean, I took them out of the soil. I washed all of them off with water, like down to the roots. Then I repotted them with brand new soil. My husband was like, are you all right? Because I was in a complete panic. Fingers crossed, they're like okay, but it's only been a few days. Anyways, that's my little horror story for you guys. You know, we all have them, but I'd say that one was pretty bad. And so the first plant that I got out of the 3 that I just mentioned is this Philodendron Hastatum Silver Sword. And it's called Silver Sword because look how beautiful those leaves are. I think I got it for like $35 or $30 or something. And it's so stunning. Like, it has all this growth. It's really, really happy. And one of the things I do if I have a plant that's a little special needs, or I'm like really, really want it to do well, I'll put a penny in there for heads up for good luck. A lot of these plants you'll see like a little penny in there, and it doesn't do anything for the soil. It's just one of those things that is weird about me that I like to do. Here's plant number 2, and this is a Dischidia nummularia dragon's jade. I have wanted this plant for so long. A little worried because it's like looking a little dried out, probably from the chemicals and the carpet cleaner. A ton of orchid bark, because that was similar to what it was already potted in. Whatever these plants want, these plants get. I'm obsessed with this one. Like, I like weird plants, and this one's so cool. This is an Alocasia black velvet. I love this baby so much. It is gorgeous. In the places where it lives, it's usually in the shade, like a floor plant. It lives on the ground underneath trees and stuff. So yeah, but it's very obvious why it's called a black velvet, because look at those gorgeous velvety black leaves. I love how the stems are light colored. It has new growth coming out there. I did buy another one of these. Originally, I had one that I bought and it was a small plant and it didn't make it, but sometimes these more established plants will do better. And this is one of my newest ones and I cannot stop staring at it. I'm so glad I got it for $30. And my mother-in-law got this little pot for me and it's so cute. So this is my like pride and joy. It's my Anthurium clarinervium. It was my #1 wish list plant for a really long time. And I finally ordered it. I think I found it for like $84 from a seller in Hawaii. I'm not a big fan of ordering plants online just with the shipping damage it does. And I don't know, but like it started, I couldn't tell if it was just crispy or if it was getting like fungus and bacteria. So I just trimmed off all the little fungusy looking spots because it happened all of a sudden. It was looking hella crispy. And then I treated it with neem oil, so we'll see like how it does. But this is its newest leaf. It's the first new leaf that it's put out since I bought it, and it's a stunner. Like, look how big it is. It's huge, it's massive, it's perfection. And I'm not about having perfect plants at all. I don't think plants are meant to be perfect. They live their life, they deal with challenging conditions, and I love that some of the plants don't have perfection. I think that's part of their charm. I'm not trying to have Instagram worthy plants. I have plants because I love them and I'm passionate about them. And I love learning new things and learning about the different plants. And we do our best, all of us, you know, at the same time, I do appreciate when I see perfection like this one. I have it potted with a really airy aroid soil mixture, a lot of orchid bark in there. But we are in the thick of summer here with tons of humidity, so I don't have the humidifier going right now, but once the humidity starts to drop, I will get that going again. Here is my Alocasia Frydek. Surprisingly easy care. Like, it was pushing out so much new growth, but look how big the leaves are. And they're so green and so velvety. I'd highly recommend this plant if you can find one, because it's so beautiful. Even my husband, he doesn't really care about houseplants, to be honest, and he even comments, he's like, oh, I love that one. Look how beautiful you are. Stunning. Here we have a gorgeous Scindapsus pictus exotica. I have this smaller one downstairs, but this is my large size one. And there's something about a really large trailing exotica that just does it for me. This plant just does it for me. It's been really easy care. Like, I love how humongous these leaves are. And I found it for $25. Isn't that incredible? This is my Hoya Crimson Princess. I think it was the first Hoya I might have gotten besides like my little one-leaf carry-eye. And it's pushing out tons of new growth. Like, it's so pink. Look at this cool leaf. How it has like half pink, half dark, and then this one's so pink. Even the stems are pink. Hidden back here is my Peperomia obtusifolia. This is my humongous Hindu rope that I found at Lowe's for $15. And I cannot get over how massive and beautiful this plant is. This is my Crimson Queen. Really easy care, doesn't need much, and I just love how the variegation is and it's on the outside. Even like a little bit crinkly, which I think is a nice, you know, texture to have. Like, look how crinkly that is. Here we have my large size Micans. I found this huge plant at Home Depot for $15, I think. It was the only time I've ever seen a Micans there, and I lost my mind. I had to buy it. And it's huge. It's so happy here. Again, Micans, they don't need anything. They're pretty much happy wherever you put them. The leaves are so velvety, and it loves this little spot here. So here I have my non-variegated whale fin Sanseveria. It's the first whale fin I ever saw in person, and I was so happy to finally find one, and it came potted up in this terracotta pot. I think I paid $50 for it. Again, Sanseveria are awesome because they don't need much. Like, it is close to this window, but it would be perfectly fine in a super low light spot. So this cool plant is my Mickey Mouse Taro that I found during my road trip plant shopping video to Raleigh, Durham. I'd never seen one of these before. It's related to Alocasia colocasia, but it's its own type of thing. Isn't it beautiful? Like, it has the Mickey Mouse shaped leaves. It has like the little tail. I mean, just the variegation is so beautiful. And the leaves are just massive. This is actually a small leaf. It had two huge leaves, which I had to chop them off, so to give it some like energy to put this leaf out, and then I see like another one's coming here. But the leaves on this are huge and gorgeous, and I think I paid $40 for it, and I brought it home with me from Raleigh. It's one of my favorite plants. I love this plant. It needs a lot of light. It's stretching to get light from this window, but it seems happy, like it's doing all right. It's putting out new growth, so it's happy. It likes water and it likes to be fertilized. And then I got this basket for like $3 or something from Malone's. And I was really excited like for it to be putting out this new leaf, and I hope it turns into a huge leaf. I also really love this plant stand. It's kind of hard to see, but it has like 4 little spots that the plants go on, and I got it for $24 from Home Goods. So this little table, I actually ordered it from Amazon, and it's like the perfect height for my plants. See, I have these little grow lights underneath that I ordered from Amazon as well. They're little strips that stick on there. Here I have my Calathea orbifolia, and it's really happy. Like, it's just thriving. It's pushed out tons of new growth. Like, it's gonna quickly outgrow this little spot. I have it on a timer where it's 8 hours on, 8 hours off, and it's like loving life. An orbifolia was on my wish list for a long time. This is my Philodendron Birkin, but this is the third one that I sprayed down with carpet cleaner. I love this plant. It's so beautiful. From what I saw, it can be like knock on wood, pretty easy care. And I just can't wait. I hope it grows into a nice, big, beautiful philodendron, and these leaves just can get so big. I love like the orange, burnt orange stem color, and it's just elegant. Like, look how elegant these leaves are. This is one of my more uncommon type plants that I've managed to find. This little sassy lady is a variegated African violet. And I just think this little pot's so cute. I got it on sale. So this here is my variegated Pilea or aluminum plant. It's typically a lower light plant. I want to give it enough sunlight so that it will continue to put out variegation. And as you can see, I'm experimenting a little bit because I did notice it's like a little bit pink. So I'm curious to see if it's going to like turn into pink variegation. So we'll see how it does. If it's looking not happy, then I'll move it into a lower light spot. I'd never seen a variegated one of these before. But it's just so cool. Like, look how beautiful those leaves are. I found this for $4 at the Raleigh State Farmers Market. If you live in Raleigh area or you're visiting, please go visit their State Farmers Market and take a look at their houseplant vendors, because that place is incredible. But this one is a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Again, my pronunciation, please forgive me, is not the best. I found this plant for 20 bucks, already like this. And just in the short time I've had it, like, look at all that new growth. That little top there is the new growth that's pushing out. So I think what I'm gonna do is like just put some hooks up on the wall here, and it can just like grow. One of those plants I wasn't gonna get for the longest time, and I found this guy, and I had to get him, and for $19, like, what a steal. Up here is a Hoya Krinkle that I found in Raleigh, Durham, and I got this one for $29, I think, like this huge pot full, and I'm just using this bucket as like a little cash pot. I have a Hoya Krinkle 8 and a confetti Syngonium, and then my friend got me this like cute cactus she found at a yard sale. Oh, and this shelf's pretty new. I just ordered it from Amazon, and it was awesome because I didn't have to put it together, and I just put a hook in the wall, and I love the way it looks. Over here I have a Philodendron Brazil up there, and it's pretty slow grower, I think, just because it doesn't get as much light as it would like. But again, those philodendrons are so awesome. It's like a pothos where it just like doesn't need much. And then I have another Alocasia Maharani, and it looks identical to the other one, doesn't it? Cute little cactus, and this is my variegated string of hearts. It's so cute. I would love to have like a full pot, but for now I'm happy with these. Like, when I first got this, I ordered it from Etsy, and it was like literally 3 little baby hearts, and it has put out some good growth. So once it grows a little bit more, I'll start propagating it and just keep putting it back in the pot. So this is a variegated lipstick plant that I found for $19.99 when I was in Raleigh. And I love this thing. I've been wanting a lipstick plant for a long time. I was really excited to find a variegated one. And it's actually, in the short time it's been here, it's putting out a ton of new growth. I was a little hesitant at first to put it in this window because I'd heard it doesn't like that, but this one is digging it. So I'm just keeping a close eye on it to see how it does. In the window, I have this spiral cactus, and I absolutely love it. It's such a cool cactus. I ordered this from the Victoria in Atlanta, and then I found this planter for $8 from Walmart. And for my cactus, I like to like treat them with little white rocks. I just think it looks really nice, and bought some aquarium rocks. It helps with, not the cactus, you have to worry about it, but like fungus gnats and stuff. Any kind of top treatment helps with fungus gnats. And this beautiful one is my Astrophytum asterius. I'm obsessed with Astrophytum, and they're so expensive to buy. So I actually ordered some seeds, and I'm growing some, and it's going really well. It'll probably take 2 years before they turn into anything because they are such slow growers. I greatly appreciate this beautiful Astrophytum that I have. This is my Alocasia, can't pronounce it, variegated. I ordered this one online during quarantine, and when it arrived, it had big, beautiful leaves, and they instantly died, instantly fell off. Heard that kind of across the board for people that order these online. They're very, very fragile with shipping, and I was sure it was gonna die. It had aphids, it had, I can't even remember all the problems that it's had since I got it, but it's stabilized and it's doing all right. Just put out this new leaf. They've gone really tiny, but it's alive, so I'm not complaining. I mean, it's so beautiful. Whatever kind of heartbreak it gave me originally, like, I'm so glad I got this plant because look how beautiful it is. I love it. Then I have this cool cactus guy, some sort of like bluish looking cactus. I'm not sure what kind he is. I really love the ones that have interesting shapes. This is a bishop's cap Astrophytum that I ordered online, and it came with 2 of them, and it's so, so beautiful. I love that one. This is a little blue candle one that I have, and I love it. Just super cute. Here we have a Booby Cactus. It definitely needs to be watered. Ooh, she's looking hella thirsty, so I'm gonna give her some water as soon as I jump off here. But she's beautiful. Like, Booby Cactus are so, so cool. I ordered her, or I got her from the Victoria in Atlanta. And then here's a little mini Boob Jewel Haworthia. This one's cool. It's like a really cute purpley color. Yeah. Like, that's such a, I just thought that was such an interesting looking cactus, and then it puts out a ton of babies. And then this is a Plumosa cactus, and it's also known as like a feather cactus. As you can see, like the spines are kind of like soft and feathery. This is one of my favorites. Like this one, my another paper spine cactus that I have. I love my Booby cactuses. Or cacti, and then, okay, so I love all the cacti, never mind. So this is a ghost cactus that I got recently from Cactus Club in Charlotte, super cute. This is a Euphorbia snowflake cactus. Then my Domino Cactus, Old Man Cactus, Totem Cactus, and back there is my Easter cactus. All right, I'm almost done, just a few more. This is the Alocasia Bambino that I am obsessed with. And this beautiful string of hearts. And let me pull it out a little bit. Whee! Absolutely gorgeous. It's my Calathea zebrina. The leaves are so soft and so velvety, and it's doing really well in this spot. This is my Hoya. I think it's Hoya Shepherdii. So yeah, it's really cool. It's doing its little Hoya trailing thing, which I love. So lastly, I have this cute little propagation thing, and each one has its own little spot. So I have just taken cuttings, and it's doing really well propagating. This is my Calathea White Fusion, and it's my fault that it's looking bad because I didn't water it enough and it got dried out. So, you know, it should be doing well here because it's North Carolina and we have good humidity. So it's my fault. It's looking crispy, but I'm hoping that it's going to put out a bunch of new growth and look good. And then down here I have my ZZ Zenzi, and these are great because they don't need anything, but this one is a compact dwarf type ZZ, so it has like the curly leaf, the thick stems, and it's a slow grower. But this one is putting out tons of new growth. Like, look at that. That's all brand new stuff right there. So, and it's happy. It's like all the way down here from over there. So yeah, happy little guy. And then over here we have my pathetic Staghorn Fern. It's just so droopy. I think it needs more sphagnum moss or something. Whatever suggestions you guys have, I would love for this thing to be happy and thriving, but it's just looked like this ever since I got it, and I've had it for 6 months. Alright guys, so that's my houseplant tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe for future videos like these. That always really helps out my channel. Also check me out on Instagram on my plant account. I always love to make new plant friends. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. I will see you soon. Bye!